I like how outside of the carriage it's literally just a carousel. Yeah, if you leave it for long enough you'll probably see the same locale. More than likely.
Inspector, I came here as quickly as I could.
Martin Hamish is in the large glass house. There's no need to hurry.
Okay. Is he already dead or something? Did he off himself? Oh god, he did.
Holmes, my God!
Yes, we found him like that.
Our messing around with the ventilation system didn't go unnoticed. Mr. Hamish realized that we knew.
Inspector, could you arrange the body, please? I should like to examine it.
Holmes does not care. Oh my, he's been dead a while. Years.
The mark around the neck is very visible. He died instantly.
Oh. Martin Hamish's letter. Life has become a living hell. I find it unbearable. Dunn deserved to die, but I cannot forgive myself for having his blood upon my hands. We Hamishes seem to have always fallen victim to our circumstance, and I find myself to be no exception. I must atone, and I shall do so here and now. Farewell. Well, he admitted to it, so it was him. What the hell else am I looking at? His feet? Oh. Why am I looking at his feet? His left foot.
Holmes, his left shoe is unique. This anomaly is often a characteristic of...
A club foot. Bravo, Watson. That is the key element of this case.
Okay. Oh, this is known as the reserve. Oh. What the hell? Club foot and Hamish's confession. How does this tie into anything? Huh? Okay. Hamish acted alone? Martin Hamish was unable to run due to the tibial torsion of his club foot. Therefore, we should find out if he had sufficient time to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room and activate the ventilation system. Did he have an accomplice? Oh, it's probably White. Talk to Lestrade. I can't imagine it being Albert. Then again, it's not like, you know, children don't kill their parents. And obviously, Albert... I don't know. The thing that's throwing me off with thinking it could have been Albert is the fact he was kind of distraught over his father's death. Sort of. I don't know, though. That could be the big twist.
Something about this rings very oddly.
Why do you say that, Mr. Holmes?
Why? Because of Mr. Hamish's club foot. Oh, I deserve to be kicked from here to Charing Cross. I should have noticed it.
But, Mr. Holmes, I can't see why.
No, I don't suppose you do. You must recall that Mr. Dunn was locked inside the Colonial Collection Room by the murderer. If it was Mr. Hamish, he would have had to run up to his workplace to trigger the fan situated above it, taking into consideration the condition of his foot.
Well, it is still possible.
Unlikely,
Perhaps,
though.
but it is rather strange that such a person as Mr. Hamish decided to base his plan on the speed of his gait.
You mean to say that somebody helped him?
So the suicide is questionable?
Correct. Mr. Hamish accuses only himself in his letter, and so the investigation stops.
Also, hey,
Possibly an accomplice, then?
How's it going?
That idea had not occurred to me, Mr. Holmes.
Mr.
I have
Holmes.
another idea, Inspector. Thanks to the testimony that we have collected, we are able to rebuild the events as they took place that day.
With a timeline, such as we did in the Jack the Ripper case.
I like how they keep doing this.
Precisely.
Yeah, they keep calling back to previous games.
Should help us with our timeline.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Let us analyze the facts and statements
Whoa.
so that we may recreate the events of that morning.
What? What on earth? This is in depth. Christ. So Martin Hamish and Montague Dunn went to meet Albert in the Seed House at around 9:30. Where the hell do I place it? Okay. So there's that. Oh, the blue signifies. Right. Around 20 minutes to 10, Hamish and Montague Dunn went out to the backyard. Martin Hamish returns to the seed house at 9:15. Montague Dunn and Hamish go out the backyard. That must have been at 9:40. For 10 minutes down, recommended his inspection. Yep. Return to the seed house. Martin Hamish had a conversation with Miss White at 10 o'clock. So that's at 10. Miss White was in the laboratory until 10:40. Okay. He's in the dry tropics room. That was at there. So there's that and that. Oh, this was at 10:40 on it. So we just have Albert saw Hamish returning from visiting Miss White. At 10 minutes past 10. He was poisoned at 10:30. And then Martin Hamish returns after talking to Miss White. I don't know where. At 10:20? Well, it could be 10:10 as well. Play the events.
Let us summarize. Montague Dunn was poisoned inside the Colonial Collection Room. He forced open the door, which means that someone locked him inside there at 10:20. Martin Hamish was last seen at 10:10. This means that he has approximately 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room. Given that he was club-footed, it is doubtful. Albert also has 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room, which is quite enough time.
Miss White.
Miss White was last seen at 10 o'clock, which means that she had approximately 20 minutes to lock the door. More than enough time.
It's looking more and more like Miss White.
Perfect, Watson. Now, let us ascertain who assisted Martin Hamish in killing Montague Dunn.
Alright. So, Hamish's timeline with Albert's, White's, and Hamish. Is that everything? Yep. So, what do we have? Albert is not involved. Albert had time. Okay, so what the hell have we got? We've got Dunn was poisoned, which is obvious. Sect is not involved. Hamish is guilty, we know that. Sect stole everything. Albert's motives. Hamish acted alone. Martin Hamish and Albert are not accomplices. It is unlikely that Albert would have had the opportunity in 10 minutes. Would not have been enough to lock the door of the Colonial Collections room. True. It's just White. She had time, but it doesn't necessarily mean that she did it. Martin Hamish and Miss White are not accomplices. It's unlikely that White would have had the opportunity And 20 minutes would have not been enough to lock the door of the clone. It would have been. So Hamish did it alone. I don't think that's the case, though. I'm pretty sure it's Harry and White. Yeah, due to the fact that they had a... kind of like a falling out. Martin Hamish committed the murder alone. He left Montague Dunn because of his treatment of Hamish's father. Hamish had enough time to lock Dunn in and activate the ventilation fan from his workplace. Not true. So if I did Albert was involved, does that just make it to it was the two of them? No, it does. Albert's an accomplice. Albert was Martin Hamish's accomplice in killing Montague Dunn. Humiliated repeatedly by his father and denied his dreams, Albert resolved to aid and abet the murderer. Also, unlikely. I think the most likely is White. I would have honestly gone with, okay, Hamish did it alone. But he had a club foot, so I can't see that being the case. There we go. White is an accomplice. So Margaret White and Martin Hamish Hamish's accomplice in killing Montague Dunn. Her professional ambition and personal situation has been damaged by the breakup with Dunn. Miss White is a dangerous woman, very capable of carrying out an elaborate murder for monetary gain. She flirted with Dunn's son, Albert, and later pushed Martin Hamish to his suicide. She deserves the rope. Condemn the bitch. Yes.
But Holmes, how can you be certain that we'll find Miss White here?
It is obvious, Watson. Just use your brain.
I am using it. I do use it.
Now that the rope has tightened around Martin Hamish, Miss White must act to erase all traces of her implication. After the suicide of her accomplice, there is one final trace remaining: the deadly plants of the Divine Syndicate. She will be there.
Very good. Shall we go?
Just one moment. Now listen to me, Watson. I shall see her alone. You will conceal yourself behind her, quietly.
Whatever are you planning?
Nothing spectacular. The impulses of women have always been a mystery to me, but she is a bold one, and so we must be cautious.
All right. You can count on me, Holmes.
Good.
Mr. Holmes, good day to you.
You do not seem surprised, Miss White.
Well, I was expecting you.
Not for too long, I believe. So please tell me, as it is still unclear, who planned the murder? Was it you?
You were wrong, Mr. Holmes.
It was Martin Hamish, then. You managed to convince him to take on a more prominent role.
You could not be further from the truth.
You think that you can fool me?
You don't care what I think.
It is difficult to care about someone who is capable of pushing a man to his suicide. It is over, Miss White. The police will be here any minute.
Over, perhaps. One moment you were here, and the next, you were on the other side.
The other side? No! Stop!
Oh God.
I beg you not to do this, Miss White.
Don't come any closer.
Go on, Watson.
Please remain calm. We can help you.
Not one step further. Don't try to stop me.
Come on, Watson.
Stop this foolishness. You cannot truly want to die.
No, it's too late.
Come on, Watson. Knock it out of her end. Boom! That's 2 suicides we prevented. Not bad.
Well done, Watson. She was not faking.
Miss White, you have no right to take your own life.
Dr. Watson? Did you just save me? Or worse?
And there it is. Miss White is a dangerous... Oh, yeah. So what was it? She was the one who locked the doors of the Colonial Collection room directly after Hamish released the caterpillars, and then pushed Martin Hamish to a suicide-only cover herself. She got what she deserved. Yay! Severe Judge. A half-moon walk. Ooh. This is the final case. I have no idea how long it is, but I also don't care. This is fun.
Where are you going, Holmes? Have you been invited somewhere?
We have been invited, Watson,
We have. Where to?
to the Baker Street Irregulars' annual dinner. They sent us an invitation. It is on the table.
A dinner? How could those street urchins afford anything like that? I can't understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet.
Watson, you should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year. Read the menu. Sounds mouth-watering.
All right. We, the secret police of Baker Street, invite you, Sherlock Holmes, and Dr. Watson to our annual dinner. Menu, entree, frozen rat head salad. Is this a joke?
Not at all. Pray continue.
Main course, sow's udder in Danny Nutcracker's way. Sounds disgusting, Holmes. Hedgehog goulash. Street turnips in homemade juice. And it goes on.
Ah, I can hear them on the stairs now.
Well, we can't go there. We can't eat that.
Watson, you'll hurt the feelings of those poor children. We have to go.
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us. You don't look well, my young man. Is there something wrong? Don't tell me the dinner is cancelled.
Mr. Holmes, it's my brother Leighton. He's in a prison cell. They say he's killed 2 men. You have to help us, Mr. Holmes, because I know he didn't do it.
Where is he now?
From what I've heard, they took him to the yard, and they gave him a good beating already. You know what they're like. They'll hang him. They won't look any further.
Holmes, we have to help him.
Well, and forget about the dinner. Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene. You'll be there, right? It's on Half Moon Street in Whitechapel.
Very well.
Very well. Okay. What was the souvenir? Oh, a plant. Cars. Toby! That's not what I wanted. Still don't really understand why the telescope exists. Besides, perving on that woman.
Hello, Toby. All you need now is a shawl and a mop cap, and you could be Mrs. Hudson's younger sister.
Well, that's insulting. Jeez. Jesus. What was that? So where are we going? Half Moon Street. Investigate the crime scene and talk to the witnesses. Okay. Oh yeah, the mantelpiece. Before I leave and forget. Plants can be used for murder. Sensation, an exotic method of murder, the arsenal of our present-day criminals may soon be refilled with poisonous plants. A young and beautiful woman, in collaboration with her colleague at Kew Gardens, planned the terrible murder of their director, Mr. Montague Dunn. Only one detective was capable of uncovering the truth behind a tragedy that was initially believed to be a simple heart attack. That detective's name is Sherlock Holmes. But of course. Elementary. Who else could it have been? Half Moon Street. So will this be just a simple murder? I wonder. Alright. Oh. Ooh. Oh, that's leaving. Whoops, I thought that was someone I could talk to. Alright, I guess we're going down here. Jesus, could it be any darker? Granted, it is in the middle of the night, still. Oh dear.
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow. I was here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88. But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
Of course, Marrow. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving.
Oh.
Who were the victims?
The two men here, both shot. The stat fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth Butler, a jeweller by trade.
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were two other witnesses who said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
So, Constable Marrow, I should be delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side that you came from.
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. But I saw the two victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the two dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by two police constables.
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky. They were so loud I couldn't hear anything else.
What were the fireworks in honor of, Constable?
Well, today's Queen Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
Yeah, real fireworks, not gunshots.
Yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now, of course.
Yeah. An understandable mistake.
Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Okay.
Constable, your statements have been of great value to me.
We've got Kenneth and Brian. Kenneth Biscotti.
The bullet struck his head. This man didn't stand a chance.
Ooh, a key.
This is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens.
Also, I can, go into my detective sense. Plates. Struck object. Piece of wood.
A piece of wood that has stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer look.
Oh, what the hell?
This shard of wood is quite new.
Okay. They break it over his head. We have Brian.
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant.
Oof. What a way to go.
The bullet penetrated his stomach, a dreadful wound.
Everything? Oh no.
A tattoo from Westgate Prison. Vercotti must have done some time there. Brian Vercotti suffered greatly. What a terrible way to die.
Oh. Is that the guy from upstairs? A very nice house. Brian Turner.
Good evening, Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Marrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective gentleman? I've heard of you. And well, I know things about this evening.
Excellent. Might we hear your story?
Before that, we have some stuff. Okay, nothing of interest there. War medallion? Or medal? War veteran. Nothing in the pocket. Oh. Oh! Acquire support. Okay. Didn't even realise. And what else? Not entirely sure. Oh, he's missing a button. War life.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard 2 gunshots from outside.
Please continue.
I quickly got up and I grabbed a lamp from my nightstand and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
Okay.
Mr. Turner, did you see anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
Were the 2 shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is an interesting comment. Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the half moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
You have helped us a great deal, Mr. Turner.
Oh, I have deductions. Oh, wow. Dark window, 2 victims. Oh. Turner's view in the dark window. Conflicting statements. Mr. Turner stated that he remained at the window of his flat until the police arrived. However, this is in conflict with Marrow's statement, as the constable did not see anyone at the window. Oh. Different shots, 2 victims. Oh. Okay. So we have another person to speak to down here. Oh yeah, we also have a character portrait. Brian Turner is around 60 years of age. He is a veteran of the Crimean War, a fact of which he is very proud. His leg was most likely injured during this war, and he's been limping since then. Mr. Turner lives a poor life. Polly Powell.
Mrs. Powell?
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
Oh, you don't have a portrait?
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
Yes. I was selling my flowers as usual. And then the fireworks began, in honour of Queen Victoria. I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand. He was like a ghost and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He had no time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.